do not have enough space, service providers, or funds to safely expand beyond 7,500 families. We expect to hit that limit at the end of the month. This is a federal problem that demands a federal solution.
The 1983 Right to Shelter Act allows immigrants to temporarily stay in Massachusetts. Within the last year, a massive influx of migrants has caused Massachusetts to reach ultimate capacity. 7,000 plus immigrants, mostly Haitians fleeing violence, have more than doubled since last year and coincides with an existing housing crisis in the state. The overall statewide shelter population is 23,000 people. About half are children. Massachusetts Governor Maura Healey declared a state of emergency in August. In mid-October, she announced the state will no longer be able to guarantee shelter and asked the federal government for funding to fast-track work permits for migrants already here.
I used to do back and forth in this country. I used to do back and forth. It wasn't my dream to staying in the United States because I felt comfortable in my own country. So I feel comfortable. So, but the situation in Haiti now is going from bad to worse. There was a lot of kidnapping over there. Each single time when you are work out, you're afraid to do what you want to do. Even though you want to go to enjoy, when I say go to enjoy, I mean go to club, whatever, go to work. So it's a little difficult to you. When you're in the street, you don't feel comfortable. You feel uncomfortable because you're afraid to be kidnapped.
The question becomes, once migrants are here, where will they go? Who will shelter them? How long will it take before they get a job? And whose responsibility is it to help them? Immigration Family Services Institute, known as IFSI, helps immigrants navigate available services to address immediate issues like shelter, food, and clothing, along with longer-term needs in transitioning to life in the United States. They also help refer migrants to relevant agencies for additional services. Many of their recent clients are immigrants that have come to the United States under President Biden's January 2023 Humanitarian Parole program, allowing specific migrants to come to the country for 2 years to live and work lawfully using a legal mechanism known as humanitarian parole. Hudson was able to secure sponsorship under the humanitarian parole program.
When they told about the program, they said, "Hudson, are you interested to come here? Are you interested in coming here?" I said, "Yes." Okay, they said, "Okay." One of my friends said, "You're gonna apply for me." After 19 days, USCIS and CBP1 sent me an authorization to enter in the United States. So after we received this authorization, I spent maybe 1 week in Haiti and I come here.
Though a move to the U.S. would mean that Hudson was leaving behind his family and a lucrative career as a civil engineer, the current political turmoil in his country gave him no other option.
Civil engineer. So when I was in Haiti, I spent 7 years working as a civil engineer. I was a supervisor.
Hudson received his work permit after arriving and now works at a local grocery store.
So now I'm just working in the market. especially at Trader Joe's. And every single day, I mean, I work 5 days weekly.
Hudson was able to save up enough to rent an apartment with roommates, not too far from his job.
So, to tell you the truth, now I'm paying my house. This is a rent apartment, so I'm paying my house by myself. But I know in the next year it will be a little bit complicated for me because I want to go to school. I want to go back to school, like college, to have a degree.
Many immigrants, like Hudson, say they don't want to be a burden to the shelter system in Massachusetts. They want the right to work, earn a living, and secure permanent housing on their own, seeking better opportunity and safety in the United States.
My goal now, my biggest goal now is to be like a great engineer, a great civil engineer in Massachusetts.